but I ain't here to fight fair. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes and data, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands will do. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands will do.
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Easy, got 'em excited to meet me. Meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. CZs, wake up, get to it, and repeat. Repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around us. I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on the flight, take a trip to Peru. Yeah, hop in the whip that is missing the roof. My woman a fire, just look at my boo. I'm the almighty, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't need much, a Billy a do. Ooh, 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 ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh, 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 ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Easy, got 'em excited to meet me. Meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Cleveland Browns Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Shamrocks of San Antonio taking on the Cleveland Browns. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Greg Wilson. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Second down and 8.
65.
Off play action. Williams. It's caught. Block it. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Warrior 70.
Here's Williams throwing on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. You look at this Browns defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. He'll look to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
Should have been my pick right there, bro. My motherfucking triangle button just didn't work for some reason.
Again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Dobbins. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Dobbins once more. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. The 2nd down play not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Shamrocks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Now Williams off the play fake. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Back to throw. Williams. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Williams. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you've got to make that throw, right? That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
Now a 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's got room. Now inside the 25. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Shamrocks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here. They hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Browns at 500, sitting at 5-5. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
He'll get it inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Hands it off out of the gun, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guess.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Browns are back within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. Another run here with Dobbins.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Slot man moves right. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got a more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Bronco 80. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Williams now from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simple. If you can get out of bounds, out after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Shamrocks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Shamrocks 21, round 7. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
At the 36-yard line.
79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Williams escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun, Williams. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Okay, break.
Williams, a final shot before break. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Odafe Owe able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Here's Williams. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Shamrocks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Round 7. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now following his sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Buffalo 18.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. That's out quickly to Bateman. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 now. He'll find Bateman once more. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Cowboy 80.
They'll drop to throw. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
Now Williams on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Adafe Owe picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Williams. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A 1st down there on a pickup at 25. Operating from the gun, Williams. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Williams now on first down. And it's caught. And the Browns are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Ready.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Off the bootleg, Williams. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This drive started way back inside their own 5. Now they're looking for the capper. Third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into the trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
Come on.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more. Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Hey, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now back to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here we go.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
60 Eagles. Ready.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So they bring out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And it'll be a turnover on downs. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
This offense so far on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Williams. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
60 Bison.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
70 Rangers.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And one more time, here's Kirk. Touchdown, Browns! Christian Kirk, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Browns 14.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
156 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Hold the ready.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. In motion, the tight end. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Tucker's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Eluding the pressure right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Williams on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Williams throwing on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Dragon 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns get a bit closer. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Next to score, Shamrocks 31. Browns.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for San Antonio, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I count this money, then I count my blessings. If I ever took an L, then it stood for lesson. I'm the one, ain't no second guessing. Tried to dim my light, but my soul fluorescent. Wait, I tried to stay, but depressing. I even prayed to God, he ain't get the message. I'm living in the present, they gon' feel my presence. You can't dim my light, cause I'm luminescent. I wrote